Okay, what are the three different ways that we can write 2:6? Or what's the other way to write it as a fraction, I should say? Even out. 2/6. Okay. Perfect. I am. Okay, on your papers, you should have written 2/6 and 2/6. 2/6. 2/6. Right, two different ways to write it. In equivalent ratio, what we're going to do is, to find equivalent ratio, we need to find equivalent ratios by either multiplying or dividing. Please underline that in your guided notes. Each term of the ratio by the same number. Hint, when you divide, you are dividing, it must be a number that divides evenly into both terms. That meaning is you cannot have a decimal. You divide. Right? Let's look at 2:6. We're multiplying or dividing both terms by the same number. What is a number we can multiply by? Alice. Good. Multiply by 2. I want everyone to show this exact work here. We are going to multiply the first term by 2. What is 2 times 2? 4. 4. What is 6 times 2? Now multiply both terms by the same number. We should get 12. So 2 to 6 and 4 to 12 are equivalent because we multiply them by the same number. Good with that. Okay? Let's look at 2:6, and we want to find an equivalent ratio by dividing. What can we divide by so that we get whole numbers on both terms? Cody. Divide by 2. So we'll show you here. Dividing by 2. Dividing by 2. We should get 1/3. So that means 1/3, 2:6, 4:12 are all equivalent to each other. Find one for this. Find an equivalent ratio to this 2 to 6. Find a different one we have already. Multiply or divide by the same number. Right. Let's look at this one, 2 to 6. Can we divide by anything else on this one? We have whole numbers. We already divided by 2, we got 1/3. Can we divide by anything else? No, I'll give you an example. If we divide by 3 and divide by 3, it's 2 divided by 3 is 0.66 repeating. But 6 divided by 3 is 2. Are both of these whole numbers? No. So the only thing in this problem that we can divide by is 2. So we need to multiply. What do you want to multiply both numbers by? Email, what do you multiply by? By 4. So you get 2 times 4 to get 8. 6 times 4 to get 24. Colin, what did you multiply by? Multiplied by 10. Skylar, what did you multiply by? By 5. We got 10 30ths. Libby, what did you multiply by? 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. All of those examples we just gave are equivalent to each other. Good with that. All right. The only other thing I want to show you, I said to write it as fractions. When you use a colon, this is how you can show your work. If you were going to use a fraction, I want to multiply it by 6. So I multiply by 6, multiply by 6. I get 2 times 6 to be 12, 6 times 6 to be 36. Does everyone see the difference there? And when you write it as a fraction, it goes horizontally. When you write it as a colon, it goes vertically. Questions? All right, I want you to practice something on the calculator. If I give you the ratio 14 over 24, find that in simplest terms using your calculator. Well, that's what we did yesterday. That cool trick. 14 over 72. What are we typing into our calculators? Get this in the simplest form. What do we type into our calculators? Melody? 14. Yeah, what is that? The ABC button. And 72. 14, ABC, 72. Hit enter. What is this in simplest form? 7 over 36. So from your simplest form here, we can multiply by any numbers. Multiply by 2, multiply by 3, multiply by 1,000. They are all going to be equivalent. We can come up with endless equivalent ratios. Are we good with that? All right, go ahead and we're going to look at the next problem here. What happened to my erase thing? All right. Okay, part 2. Says a volunteer at an animal shelter recorded the ratio of the number of dogs adopted to the number of cats adopted each month. She finds that all the ratios are equivalent in the table. Then write the ratio of dogs to cats for each month. So what is the ratio of the first month? Chris? Good. 4 dogs to 5 cats. We stop. We write 5.4. Right? No, why not? Someone give me proof. Why would you not do that? Well, order matters, and where does it say the order? Right. Good. Ratio of dogs to cats, or number of dogs adopted to the number of cats adopted. So it has to be 45. Right, so January, 4 dogs are adopted and 5 cats are adopted. In February, we know that 8 dogs got adopted. How many cats will be adopted? They have to be equivalent ratios. So, 10. How do we get an answer of 10? Correct. Good. So we multiplied 5 times 2 Because we get from 4 dogs to 8 dogs, we have to multiply by 2. Use the ratio 4 to 5. We knew that this was 8. We're going to multiply by 2. We have to multiply by 2 to keep it equivalent. That's 10 cats. All right, we need neighbors so we can find out how many cats were adopted in March. Also, please, on your table, you need to show your arrows of what you're doing. You can be equivalent on your table or rewrite the ratios off to the side and show what I did here. If you want to do it in the table or off to the side, I don't care. Whatever is best for you. I can figure out how many cats you adopted in March. Please follow along carefully with it. There's about half of the class got this right. Please follow along. The ratio is 4 to 5. They need to be equivalent from 4 to 5. When we have 8 dogs being adopted, we got from 4 to 8 by multiplying by 2. So to keep it equivalent, we have to multiply by 2. Go back to your original ratio, 4. How do we get from 4 dogs to 12 dogs? Chloe. Multiply it by 3. So we're going to go from 5 cats, the original ratio. What are we going to multiply it to get to March? Grace. Multiply it by 3. So how many cats are going to be adopted? Oh, 15. Some of you were saying, and this is fine if you did this, add 4, add 4, add 4. You add 4, you add 5 over here. You add 5. What if I gave you that there were 72 dogs adopted? Do you want to keep adding 4 until you get to 72? Like add 4, add 5, 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 until you get to 72. No. That's repeated addition. Repeated addition is correct, but the easier way to do repeated addition is to multiply. Remember, our learning objective today was to get equivalent ratios by multiplying or dividing. So let's say in April, we're going to put an April down here. We had 28 dogs adopted. 28 dogs were adopted in April. How many cats will be adopted? Put your hands down. Put an April in there. Put 28. What I want you to do is go back to your original ratio, 4 to 5. How do we get from 4 dogs to 28 dogs? Ready? Multiply by 7. So Alistair, what are we going to do to the 5 cats? Good, that keeps it equivalent. We multiply it by the same thing, we get 35 cats. Question. All right. Raise your hand if you walk into an animal shelter and you have the option of adopting a dog or a cat. Raise your hand for help. Raise your hand for cats. Raise your hand for both. I'm not, maybe eventually. I would have liked to adopt. That's cool. But not, I don't know. A fish is more where I am. So I have plants. Okay, I don't have to take care of the medicine. Okay, you can go use the bathroom. I just gotta water them. Okay. So before we leave, I'm gonna give you a ratio. And I want you to find an equivalent ratio that is greater and an equivalent ratio that is smaller. 16 to 28. Or 16 over 28. Find one ratio that is greater, one ratio that is smaller. Remember, we need to divide by the same number. Or can't use your calculator, put this in simplest form. That's what we need an equivalent ratio. Alright. I apologize if this is quicker. But look up here. So I can show you the work that I've set. If I want to come up with a greater equivalent ratio, what could I do? Tell me. Multiply by 2. I should get 32. Please don't back up yet. I know we're almost done. But this should be what's 28 times 2 is 56. Okay? That's multiplied by 2. I just said do not back up. I'm still backing up. What can we do to make it a smaller equivalent ratio? Mark. Good. We can divide by 2. Divide by 2. We get 8 over 14. All of these are equivalent to each other. We'll continue to practice this. Make sure that you complete tonight with homework.